Is Little People, Big World over? How Matt Roloff's feud with Zach Roloff ruined the show. I will explain everything. Never miss this video. Zach Roloff announced he and his wife, Tori, would be leaving Little People Big World as years of feuding with Matt influenced their decision. After a problem with his father, Matt Roloff, tainted earlier seasons of the show, Zach Roloff's role on Little People Big World is ended. When Zach's family and he appeared on Little People Big World for the first time in 2006, Zach was 13 years old. Fans have watched Zach grow from an adolescent to a man with a wife, Tori, and 3 children, Joja Roloff, Lila, and Jackson, over the course of more than 18 years. Zach Roloff had a lot of expectations, though, since he was the first kid in the family along with his twin. On Little People Big World, things altered a little bit even though the family had early success. After her marriage to Matt collapsed, Amy Roloff with Chris Marek. In the meantime, Jeremy departed the program with his wife, Audrey Roloff, to focus on other endeavors. Zach was dedicated to his father and his work on the family farm, which he thought he would one day run, even in the face of these upheavals and departures. Tori and Zach have already announced their departure from Little People Big World. However, Zach had an unpleasant awakening when Matt sold off a portion of the property. Zach's dream as a child was to manage the Roloff farm someday. Since Matt bought the farm in 1990, it has served as the family's residence and primary source of income. Zach, being the eldest child, has always felt he was raised to either take over or help with the farming operations in the future. Additionally, Amy sold Matt her portion of the Roloff farms with the understanding that he would eventually transfer the property to one or more of their children when it became apparent that Matt and Amy's marriage was on the verge of dissolution. Matt's decisions made Zach realize that, despite his servitude, his father had no intentions of giving the farm to him. But Matt took everyone by surprise when, without consulting any of his kids, he put 16 acres of the farm, including their original family home, up for sale. Matt's decision infuriated most of the kids, but Zach saw it as the ultimate betrayal from his father, and thus began their father-son rivalry. Matt made matters worse by offering Zach the land for $4 million, a sum he knew his son couldn't afford. Zach learned from Matt's actions that his father did not intend for him to inherit the property, even if he was a slave. Zach's father-son connection deteriorated when he realized Matt never intended to give up the farm. When Matt strangely accused his sons of being the reason he sold a portion of the farm in 2020, Zach took to social media to criticize his father for manipulating the narrative. This sparked a quarrel between them. Zach moved his wife Tori and their kids, Jackson, Lila, and Joja, to a large house in Battleground, Washington, where the family could work on their own projects, after realizing that Matt's antics would not help his family's future. Zach damaged what little remained of his friendship with Matt when he decided to move out of the Roloff farms. The family's father became distant from them, and Matt's wish to stay in touch with his grandchildren was a determining factor in many of their father-son exchanges. Zach and his family's increasing disengagement from the show coincided with the family's transfer to Washington and the resulting friction between them. While it was unexpected when Zach finally revealed that he and his family were leaving Little People Big World, it was also inevitable because Zach and Matt's friendship never improved. Ever since their falling out, it seemed impossible for Matt and Zach to get back together. Upon purchasing a lawnmower for his son, Matt made an attempt to placate Zach by observing, perhaps the mower might assist begin that process of saying, "Hey, now let's proceed." Zach wasn't shy about his appreciation of the gift, but he also said that it didn't really ease their strained relationship. Zach and Matt have not been in a relationship for almost 4 years. So at the Little People Big World Season 25 finale, Zach took a seat to talk about their future together. Zach has moved on from trying to make amends with Matt, noting that the ship had sailed on reconciliation plans and they don't have much of a relationship anymore. Instead of trying to mend fences, Zach is focused on doing his own thing and caring for his family. However, while time might even things out between Matt and Zach, and they might one day find healing, Zach believes their relationship will never be the same. While the Roloff farm's outdoor lifestyle was a big part of Zach's childhood, it won't be for his children. With the hope of eventually taking over the Roloff farms, Zach spent the majority of his adult life serving as his father Matt's sidekick. Zach, though, has made an effort to emerge from his father's shadow and forge his own identity ever since he discovered Matt had no intention of giving it to him. Zach's first action was to transfer his family to Washington so they could try things out away from his father and start over as a family. Raising Heights is the podcast that Zach and Tori started in February. Zach and Tori's podcast has been a massive hit with little people, big world fans. During one of their first episodes, the couple mentioned their plans to exit the show. Before moving, Zach coached competitive youth soccer teams in Oregon and participated in several international dwarf soccer tournaments. Seeing him lacing his boots again in Washington wouldn't be surprising. After spending significant parts of the last 18 years as one of the main characters on Little People Big World alongside his father, Zach hopes to spend the next years making a name for himself outside the show. No more today? What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.